Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Global Alts Miami 2026. We have a great week ahead, plenty of meetings taking place, so we're thrilled to have all of you here. Obviously, we've had some travel challenges over the last few days, and I thought I would just start with this quick clip. This is an iConnections weekly meeting, January 27th. So.
Well, especially with the snow. Thank goodness we changed our dates.
Oh my God! Thank
Knock
God
on
it's right.
wood.
Like, it's terrifying what could happen if we had a massive snowstorm. I really did think we dodged a bullet, and then we got twice as much snow as a month ago. No one knocked on wood. That's actually what went wrong. All right, so in spite of the snow, we hit 19,000 confirmed meetings today. We still have actually I think we're close to 5,300 attendees. Luckily, a lot of the airports are still open and flights are starting to flow again. So it's all actually starting to come together. Guys, you're jumping ahead on my slides. So this is the question I get asked the most. How much money gets raised at this event? And the truth is, we don't really know, because we help bring you guys together, right? We help you figure out who are the best people to meet with. And then those meetings take place, and then there's many, many more meetings and work and activity that takes place after the meetings happen here in Miami. You guys all go about your business, diligence happens, and ultimately investments get made. Well, in 2025, we ran an allocation survey, and we thought, hey, we've got this incredible ecosystem. Let's just ask everyone in the system what is actually happening, because we do know which GP met which LP. So we surveyed 61,000, 62,000 meetings approximately. And amazingly, we got answers on close to 8,000 meetings. Of those roughly 8,000 meetings, 1,629 are either in diligence or an investment took place. 416 of them told us an investment happened. And of that 416, 165 told us the amount, and 251 did not disclose the amount. But of that 165, which this, by the way, is a decent sample size, we were thrilled that people were willing to share the amount with us. 1.6 billion in total was invested in these 165 deals for an average investment of $9.8 million. So this gave us a little bit of a foundation to build off of. So we thought, okay, to make some kind of a projection, let's take this and apply it to the unknown part of the data set. So if we take the 251, where we know an investment happened, but we don't know the amount, let's just assume it was the 9.8 million average ticket size. That means this group of 251 is worth about $2.4 billion. So collectively, that 461 is roughly $4 billion in total. If we take the balance of the ones where an investment hasn't been made, but they're in diligence, which is about 1,200 meetings, we have to make some assumption that not all of them will get through diligence. So we actually conducted a little survey of LPs that we're close to, and we said roughly what percentage of deals make it through your diligence process. The most common answer was 75%, so we used 75% here. So that means of the 1,200, roughly 900 will get through diligence. If we assume that and we apply our 9.8 million average, this set is worth just about 9 billion in total. So collectively, the group where we know an investment took place and the group that's still in diligence is worth about $13 billion. Obviously, a lot of this is a projection, but again, we're really just trying to get an idea. So remember, all that data was off of this survey of roughly 8,000 meetings. 53,000 meetings haven't replied yet, so we don't have any data on these. If you take all of the assumptions I just laid out and you apply it to that group, it implies about $100 billion being invested over the next 24 to 36 months. So we are thrilled with the early progress on this, and we've decided to create a dashboard in the software because I'm giving you the very highest level data, and these are lots of assumptions. But we know how much money flowed to private equity, how much flowed to private credit. There's a lot more granularity, what the AUM numbers are of the funds, of the LPs, which categories of LPs invested in which strategies. So we want to really make this a critical element of our software platform. So all of you on the apps that you have, if you look at your app, you should have a link to complete this survey. Because what we want to do as we build out these dashboards is encourage everyone to participate in these surveys. Because if everyone tells us what the outcome was of their meetings, it will just provide a much deeper layer of intelligence to all of you. So as we build out these dashboards, the key to getting access is completing your survey. If you complete your survey, obviously for those of you who are here for the first time, this doesn't apply to you. But for any of you who have had prior meetings with us at any of our events, complete your survey and it will unlock the dashboard. The dashboards are expected to go live in roughly 30 to 60 days, but I think you guys are going to be really fascinated by the really interesting information that's in these things. So given the fact that we're seeing results like this, and of course intuitively we've always known this, the combination of the tech connecting everyone and then the meetings taking place in person is obviously working. The events are super well attended. We always have high demand. We always sell out. So we're really continuing to lean into that. And in doing so, I think as all of you know, we have our Miami event here. We have New York in June. We have Singapore in November. And coming in 2027, we'll add Europe. We've been asked to add Europe for many years by a lot of you, and we finally are making this big step. And we want to see Europe become a comparable event in size. So we've rented out the Louvre. And in late April, we'd love all of you to join us for our first European event. So as you touch base with your account managers this week, they will be laying out packages for you for the next 2 years, really. So certainly inquire about Europe if that one is interesting to you. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for fighting the weather. And have a great week, guys. Enjoy.